Who's a good potato spin leak here? I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to set this down and have a little discussion with you. So, usually, I'd have things really quiet. I'm happy you can't make out anything that is right underneath this phone. So, in my last stream, my Resident Evil 6 stream, Cade, who, was around a lot from my Borderlands streams in the past, Wanston! Don't you knock this over. He talked yet again about donating me $10. So this has, given me the idea to create a PayPal. Why not? So the link is going to be down below. It's going to be paypal.me/spintheleak. Now, I do want to state that this is, this is not something that I initially planned on doing. If you guys want to help keep the lights on, put gas in my tank so I can get to work, I'm not going to say no. In fact, I want to thank you for that personally. Winston! Also, food in Winston's bowl. That's another thing if you want to. But yeah, no, initially I'd never really thought about, fully making money off the YouTube channel. My thought was to get a little bit of a following here, and then if people wanted to pay me, it would go through Twitch. Just live streams there, donations in general, such. The reason being is I knew that with what my channel is about and the way that I interact with you guys, the things I say, the things I do, that I would never be able to actually get paid by YouTube or Google, however the fuck that works, per view, especially with my low following. I also want things to be advertisement free for your enjoyment. I didn't want to have you guys waiting through like 2 or 3 ads to get something done. I wanted you guys to be able to hop in, have fun, and that's what this channel has really always been about, is fun. Have I always wanted to make a living doing this? Yes. But I don't want to, have to settle for less. I don't want to cut out any of the fun. Like, some of my older videos do have copyright content. Some of my current videos also have copyright content. I don't want to have to cut that out, and I don't want to delete old videos to make money. So, my plan has always been to have this as my main fun thing, the thing that I love doing, and then go to a different medium to profit off of it. But if you guys are willing to go through PayPal and donate, thank you so much. I need to eat something here in a bit. I don't want this to be a video just about money. I also want to go ahead and, fuck it, do it in additions. And this is going to be a weird title to figure out. I was just yelling for an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and do an additions on Resident Evil 6. Now, if you don't know what additions on my channel is, basically I talk about, just a little bit of the stuff in a game that I'm currently playing. And think about something that I'd like to add to it. If I were one of the developers, or if I had the magical powers to go ahead and change something in the game. Whether it's something as small as a button, something as big as the plot itself, anything at all. And you guys, I want to encourage you to join in on this. So in the comments down below, go ahead and add your own little additions for Resident Evil 6, whatever it may be. It could be a mission where Leon has to catch, magical tacos falling out of the sky. I don't care. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. So Resident Evil 6 is actually relatively spread out. You got four main campaigns. Each one's about 5 chapters. You have Leon, Chris, Jake, and Ada, depending on who you play. It could not be Leon, it could be Helena, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, essentially, in Leon's, it's more of a survival horror-based thing. I had issue finding a lot of healing items in that. I had issue in Chris's, which is more action-based, dealing with the Juavo, as opposed to Leon dealing with the zombies. I had issues finding ammunition, but my inventory was always full of grenades. In Jake's story mode, I haven't had many issues at all, and I haven't touched status yet. The game is seriously lacking in balance. Granted, for things that I stated, if you're getting a low drop rate on something, you can actually boost that up with some special abilities in the game. You actually have class creation. But the addition of that, while it is fun, while it is, a really nice thing to play around with, there really shouldn't be a need for that. Across the board, there should be some sort of nice little middle ground, instead of just, varying drops in each thing. And I know how Resident Evil does their engine, okay? Essentially, there's going to be set drops. There's going to be randomization, you can get an item from this, or you can get a little bit of money or credits, whatever the game is currently throwing at you. It's going to cycle between 2 or 3 objects as opposed to having a random generator. Now, the random generator is mostly for enemies. It's going to be, at this stage, you're going to receive this, this, or this. Tier up, this, or this. They need to work on balancing it out, because I think they varied it per story, and that just makes no sense to me. Now, the game actually has a lot to do, but whenever you're focusing on the core gameplay, the actual story mechanics, there's not much of a connection. Granted, the story's connected, but the actual playability between them, it throws you a curveball each way. That's what I'd add. I'd add some form of balance, some sort of strict law that goes across all 4 of the campaigns. Have you played this game? What were your thoughts on it? Don't forget to leave your additions down below, and while you're at it, check out my PayPal. Like, comment, subscribe, keep on keeping on, and I'll see you in the next video. Winston, anything you want to add? Well said.